Messi plays with grace, like a violinist dancing with the ball, every touch, a note in a perfect symphony. But Ronaldo doesn't dance. He detonates. Every sprint, a storm. Every goal, a statement of war. Messi was kissed by the gods of football. But Ronaldo, he wasn't chosen. He built himself, with blood, sweat, heartbreak, and something the rest of us don't have. This is not about Messi versus Ronaldo. This is about a man who defied pain, defied logic, and maybe even defied biology. A child once told he might never play again. A teenager mocked for his accent. A footballer who turned rejection into rage and rage into records. What if I told you Cristiano Ronaldo isn't even human? Born in Madeira, Portugal, February 5th, 1985. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, the youngest of 4 children, raised in poverty, a father battling alcohol, a mother working tirelessly as a cook to keep the family alive. But then, at just 15 years old, everything nearly came crashing down. Doctors discovered Ronaldo had a racing heart, a condition so dangerous that one irregular beat could end his football career before it even began. The doctor looked at his worried mother and said, "It's over. Football is over for him." But Ronaldo, fierce even at that age, stared back and said, "Then fix my heart, because I'm not done yet." He underwent risky laser surgery to stabilize his heartbeat. Weeks later, instead of lying low, he was back on the pitch, training harder than ever before, from a hospital bed to beast mode. While most would have given up, Ronaldo's heart wasn't just beating, it was racing towards greatness. At just 12 years old, Cristiano left the comfort of his island home, Madeira, and journeyed to the cold, unfamiliar streets of Lisbon. His destination, Sporting CP's academy. But this wasn't a fairy tale start. He was bullied, mocked for his thick Madeiran accent, treated like an outsider, alone in a world that wanted him to fail. So Ronaldo made a choice. He wouldn't just survive, he would dominate. He turned the gym into his sanctuary. While other kids were out playing or partying, he was sprinting drills under the moonlight, ankle weights hidden under his socks. He skipped meals, snuck in extra training sessions, pushing his body beyond limits no kid should face. They called him weird, a freak, a loner, but legends are forged in fire. By 16, he was obliterating every opponent in the youth leagues. By 17, he was training with Sporting's first team, the professionals. And at 18, in a pre-season friendly, he didn't just play Manchester United, he dismantled them. So badly, Sir Alex Ferguson didn't just watch. He panicked. He picked up the phone, called the board, and said 3 words that changed football forever: sign him, now. In 2003, a raw, flashy teenager landed at Manchester United. At first, he was all flash, dazzling stepovers, fancy tricks, and a swagger that rubbed some the wrong way. Arrogant? Maybe. Inconsistent? Definitely. But underneath that flashy exterior burned something no coach could teach: obsession. Sir Alex Ferguson saw it, the hunger, the fire, and he knew this kid was special. So he took Ronaldo under his wing and pushed him harder than ever before. While the world saw Cristiano dribbling and dazzling, behind the scenes, a transformation was happening. He trained when no one was watching. While his teammates feasted on burgers and fries, Ronaldo ate grilled chicken breast, carefully counting every calorie. After brutal 90-minute battles on the pitch, he hit the gym, lifting weights until his muscles screamed for mercy. Every day was a war with himself, a fight to be faster, stronger, better. And then, in 2008, the world took notice. Premier League champion, Champions League winner, 42 goals in a single season, a record-breaking feat, and crowned with his first Ballon d'Or. The boy from Madeira was no longer a flashy kid. He had become a predator. The hunt had only just begun. 2009, an earth-shattering 80 million transfer to Real Madrid, the highest fee ever paid. But what came next? It wasn't just football, it was something alien. Cristiano didn't just score goals, he redefined what was possible. 450 goals in 438 games. Yes, you heard that right. More goals than games. He shattered records at a pace no one could keep up with. Fastest to 100 La Liga goals. Fastest to 200. Fastest to 300. He wasn't chasing records, he was vaporizing them. And then, the moment that stunned the world, 2018, Champions League, Juventus versus Real Madrid. Cristiano soared, a jaw-dropping leap of 2.93 meters, nearly a 10-foot jump, to unleash a bicycle kick goal that seemed to defy gravity itself. The stadium was packed with hostile fans. But as the ball hit the net, the entire crowd rose to their feet, applauding the impossible. Because greatness isn't about loyalty, it's about transcendence. Even his enemies couldn't hate that. Messi is an artist, a magician with the ball at his feet. He glides, he weaves, he enchants every crowd like a symphony of pure talent. But Ronaldo storms through defenses like a relentless force of nature, a wrecking ball fueled by unbreakable will and purpose. Messi was chosen by football, but Ronaldo chose to become something greater. While Messi stayed loyal to one club for most of his career, crafting a legacy of artistry, precision, and loyalty, Ronaldo conquered the world. 4 countries, 4 leagues, multiple languages, one unstoppable obsession to dominate. This isn't just a rivalry, it's a story of destiny versus determination, of grace versus grit, of natural-born talent versus relentless evolution. And in this story, one man didn't just play the game, he rewrote the rules. Euro 2016 final, Portugal versus France, the whole world watching. Then it happened. Ronaldo went down, injured, pain ripping through him, carried off the pitch, tears streaming down his face. The stadium fell silent. Everyone thought it was over, that Portugal's hero was done. But this was Ronaldo, not just a player, a warrior. From the sidelines, he re-emerged, not as a player, but as a general, limping down the touchline, shouting orders, pushing his teammates forward, fighting with every ounce of his soul, even from the shadows. And then, Portugal did the impossible. They won, and Ronaldo, he lifted that trophy, tears falling again, but this time, tears of pure, unfiltered victory. Because legends don't quit, they rise. Juventus, Manchester United, Al Nassr, everywhere he went, the whispers followed. Too old, washed up, finished. But Ronaldo, he didn't just ignore the doubters, he shattered them. At 40 years old, while others were fading into retirement, he became the world's top scorer, still pushing limits, still defying time. Every dawn, every dusk, while most rest, he trains, relentlessly, obsessively. Father Time may whisper to every athlete, reminding them their moment will end. But Ronaldo, he doesn't just refuse to listen. He roars back, because legends don't age, they evolve. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions League titles, 7 league titles, over 930 goals, most international goals in football history, most goals in Champions League history, played in 5 World Cups, named in Ballon d'Or, top 3 for 13 years, and he's not done yet. You can say Messi is the GOAT, you can say Ronaldo is the GOAT, but one thing is undeniable. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't make sense. He broke biology, he beat the odds, and from a racing heart condition to world domination, he didn't just play football, he proved the impossible was possible.